Hey, so I bet you didn't expect to see me today. So I just got done filming the video of this, which if you haven't watched it, do it. That is a super cool video, and I'm really happy how that turned out. But I'm sure you remember this as the original comic binder. I did an hour-long video showing you everything in here. Luckily, Comic Binder 2 is a lot shorter because it's mostly drawings and stuff that I've collected over time. And there's like a couple changes in here I'd like to show you about. So I'll do that first. Obviously, as I mentioned in the last video, the scrapped comics that were in here are no longer, and that's because when I bought the new binder, I bought more of these page divider things. So obviously, you've seen all the Tevins. You've seen all the ones for a good bit. So there was this weird thing with Peeps in the last video where there was like 10, and then there was like 10 again, and 11. I still have no idea what I was doing with that, but as you can see, I did add the scrapped Peeps 11 Arctic Adventure in here with the 2 frames, and then the other scrapped comic, the stupid Survivor one, if I could ever find it, is obviously there's the weird Peeps town. I don't know what this is. I don't understand. Yeah, but obviously the carrot. Here you go. So Survivor Stickman Edition, like the dumbest thing I've ever done. I put it in here. Why not? And then I believe there's a couple more things. You've seen all these. Seen that. You've seen that. Yeah, so that was just sitting in here, the last part, and I put it in there. And then this was also sitting up front, and I put it in there. That's from like an old Spanish paper. But you already knew that. I just figured I'd tell you the changes because, maybe one of you out there actually cares. Because I really, really don't. But that is Comic Binder 1. Get out of here. Maxie's still sleeping from the last video. And holy shit, it's 6 o'clock. So we have two-tone, durable. Boom. Comic drawing paper for the rest of the Peeps comics. If you've not watched that video, watch it first, because that video is going to explain a lot about what Peeps won, the Adorable Superheroes doing it, and why I'm going to skip it, because you have to watch the video if you want to know what that's about. So, I guess this is a good time to explain. So, before I bought this binder, around the time of the last video, all of this stuff was kind of just sitting in a box. I think it's still out. Yeah, right there. The Star Wars box right there. It was all sitting on top of that. That's where I kept all of my old drawings that I liked. And, from school and stuff. So, obviously some are in better condition. That one in particular is in awful condition. So I was like, you know what? I got 50 of these new pages. I'm going to go put some of my old drawings in here. Now, my old drawings are not great. Some of them are like, oh, it's like a baby drew them. That's because I was a baby. And others are like, I was actually trying, and I was edgy, and it makes me sad. But first we have Flavel. And you can see I have my name on it. Flavel was for an 8th grade school project. So you can see the numbers on them. We had to design an animal that has adapted to its environment, probably for a unit on adaption. And I drew a Flavel that has obsidian skin, I'm pretty sure. It has a pot of lava up here. Probably a really hard shell. And then he has black skin with brown accents on it. I don't know, I've always really liked this drawing ever since I did it. Then there's also the stuff on the back. You can see I taped down the the description, so he's height 3 to 4 feet and all that fun stuff. Then there's also the requirements I had to do for the project, obviously covering up some of the stuff on the back that I honestly don't really care about. So next up we have a very crumpled paper of Belugia, I think that says. And this is from the childhood of mine. You can see the paper's in awful condition. And that was because I took this off of the fridge. Yeah, it's been on the fridge for God knows how long. Literally, it was one of the drawings that was so bad that my parents put it on the fridge and we never took it down until I did, because I thought that this would be a better way to preserve it in a way. So that you can see there's food stains and God knows what else on the paper. But this is Beluga. Kind of looks like a dick, I'm not going to lie. I drew this after a trip to Mystic Aquarium because we saw a beluga. And there's a beluga stuffed animal somewhere in my closet, but I'm not finding that. So yeah, there's beluga. As you can tell, the paper's in a lot worse condition than to come. This is Poliwag. Actually, not a terrible drawing. One of my more favorited Pokemon. I really like the light blue and stuff on here. I think this actually looks really good, especially for 7-11-20. So what was that? 2 years ago now. I don't even remember drawing this, but I think it actually looks really nice. And then we have this one I'm a little more ashamed of. This is my favorite Pokemon, Squirtle. And at the time, actually, I was like, this is my best drawing yet. And then I pulled it out recently, and I actually remembered this one. Because I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And then I put it away forever without looking at it. And then I pulled it out like a couple weeks ago to make this binder. And I was like, this looks awful. I'm going to be straight up. This band looks diseased. And obviously I have my name on it, 8/21/18, so even longer ago than I thought. So this was 2018, which was 5 years ago as of recording this. So that's pretty good. You can see there's little test drawings on the back. Over 1 hour to draw, not traced, and best drawing. Oh, I crossed it off. Oh, that's sad, actually. Somebody home? No, okay, good. I don't want to be talking to myself. People are watching me, okay? And shut up, I know I'm filming. This, I believe, was drawing Pokemon from memory. You can see a theme with the next upcoming ones. This is Tauros and Trapinch. Actually pretty good, considering you did it out of memory. There's obviously a couple things that don't match up with their counterparts. But as you can see, reading it upside down, drawing random Pokemon from memory 1/5/18/20. Now, more Pokemon drawings. But this is much more interesting. So, is it still down here, actually, is my question. It is still down here. Oh my god, I didn't know I still had this. So this is the specimen. This is how to draw Pokemon, which was one of the things I put on my Christmas list when I was like 10. And it's like, draw your favorite Pokemon. How to draw your favorite Pokemon. And it's like, use a pencil, know the shapes. And like, I'm sure these are all drawings in here, actually. They look like blank paper. Oh no, there's some drawings in here. I just traced them. So like this Jumpluff you're probably going to see in here, I literally just traced it. Put the paper over it, traced it. I actually don't know I still had this. This is actually a really cool piece of the past for me. But I don't really care about it that much. So these are all sketched from that, and then I drew a Pokeball in the middle, Pokemon with the Pokeball in it, gotta catch them all. So this is Clefairy, Igglybuff, Chikorita, and Cyndaquil. Pretty crazy. Weird Pokeball in the back. Here's Cynical, Ghastly, and Hoppip that I traced from the book and colored in with marker. There was a lot of these, especially in that box, so I just picked out the ones that were either colored or looked nice. So obviously this is Togepi. There's one with them happy, one with them not happy, one of them possessed, actually. Then I wrote the name. Then we have Hoppip and Meowth. Meowth looks like he's on LSD, and Hoppip's cute as usual. We have Meryl and Croconaut, which I actually like it without the color. I think this looks really much better than any of the previous ones did. I just really like the pencil sketch. Alright, that's the end of that. Now we have two Digletts parachuting, and I have no idea what this was from. It was in the same box as those, and I was like, sure, why not? Put it in here. I feel like it's probably pretty old. I feel like I wouldn't draw that anytime recently. And this I don't believe was from the video, but this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. And if you remember on Alexander 545, I'm pretty sure the last public video that I have on there is me drawing the guys, these bumholes, with Nick Master. Nope, just Nick. Not Nick Master 1246. That's a name I've not said for years. And I don't think this was the one. We might have done this together over a FaceTime or something. But I don't think so. I think I just did this one on my own. So we have the Winwitch, the Finite Cards, the Seaman, and Red Gadget. These ones actually don't look terrible, actually. And this is something I did last night. No, okay, so this is something I probably did in 3rd grade. As you can see, it's completely crumpled and destroyed. But I think this is such a really cool piece of the past. Obviously, it's Minecraft, the Nether. Because I had, the preschool markers or whatever. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Okay, it can go in the comic binder. That's an alligator. Okay. Deep breath. This is going to take a lot of explaining. So, I found this in the box, as well as, that. And this was from me and my brother, actually. You can see 511. I'm guessing it's from 2020. So, during quarantine, a lot of people were bored. And a common thing I did that year, as well as the following year, I haven't done it in a really long time, though. Maybe I should. Is that me and my brother would play, music for each other, real-life music that we'd, hear on the radio. And then we did a lot of different, themings of that. So sometimes we did, cartoons from our childhood. Sometimes we did, the video games we were playing. Sometimes we did, movies, whatnot. We picked a theme, and then we played, can you guess this movie soundtrack, or this game soundtrack, or this real song? And on the back of one of them, apparently we drew Mexican Max. And my man turned into a square. We got this, Hit Her, Charmax, you know, all the classic ones. So on the back, I'm sure you can see Iris, Trainwreck. So it looks like this was one of the times we did video games. Because obviously Super Mario Galaxy, I assume, Paper Mario. Yeah, definitely. So I guess you can look at that if you want. That is a monstrosity, which I believe is inappropriate. So I'm gonna get off that page really quickly. Thanks AJ, my brother, for drawing that. There's all that. Ron. This was one I actually did dig out. So long story short, every year up to like 8th grade, because I didn't care to do it in 9th grade because literally nothing cool happened in 9th grade. I went through all of my folders before just throwing everything away, and any cool papers I found or like drawings I kept. And I remember this one specifically, and I was like, this would be such a cool like retro thing from like 6th grade to put in here, that I dug it out. And as you can see, clearly the folders are not in the best condition. But this is Ron, and if you remember the last video where I talked about Ron, this was my, hurts to say, OC. So we got normal, fancy, messy child, blah, 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 blah. And on the back also, we got all the men. That one's kind of, these ones are kind of playing with like distortion of the actual character, which I actually like more than the other ones. So these ones, if I had to pick one, I'd probably like Glitchy as my favorite. Broken's cool too. The rest of them are kind of bad, not gonna lie. And also there's an encrypted message up here. And it says, but 3 across and something down, which I think means I was gonna do 3 up, or 3 across, like I said, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. I think that's what that message says. This is the Puff Shroom. I'm so glad I remember that name. From Plants vs. Zombies. This is the Scaredy Shroom from Plants vs. Zombies. I played that game really recently. Then obviously my man. This one might give you a little bit of nightmares. That might be a thumbnail right there. Hold on, hold that pose. Hold it. That is the Sun Shroom from Plants vs. Zombies. And so when I was definitely little. I was like 3. No, I was like 7 probably. I wanted to draw the Plants vs. Zombies plants because, you know, they're pretty simple designs. I was like, they would look good on a piece of paper. Trust me, these are the best ones. These two. And this one was the funniest. The rest of them, kind of bad. Not in an endearing way, just bad. Or I lost them. Like, I know there was the Ice Pea Shooter in there. The Chomper. Like, ugh, you guys don't want to see those. Those ones hurt me to look at. But as for these ones, I think they're pretty cool looking, actually. They're obviously in crayon, so that tells you how long ago it is. Then apparently he's walking up a cliff, which, you know, technically in the Plants vs. Zombies lore is impossible. And then my man, the Scaredy Shroom. Not too bad. And then this is art. My man, the Sun Shroom. He looks like he's about to kill somebody. And then in the back, we've fortunately reached the end. Only 13 minutes, huh? Compared to the hour and 10 that the comic binder took. These were something I did in art in 8th grade. Because I knew that was the last time I'd probably ever do art. So it's like, I might as well make some free draws, right? While I have time. So obviously these are the legend ducks. Of course I drew ducks. Ducks are kind of my thing. You know, obviously they're fine gentlemen with a bow-tied tie and a full tux with a red striped top hat. He says, am I underdressed? Because he's completely naked, like the bozo chump he is. And obviously, that's a precursor to what's to come. So, while we're on the topic of the Plants vs. Zombies kind of drawings, I actually really like how this one looks. This is the Sun Shroom, and this is obviously much more recent because my handwriting's better, and the guy looks not like this. Oh my god, not like that. This is how you're supposed to draw a Sun Shroom. Not like that! Why does it look like that? Yeah, so this is a new drawing of the Sun Shroom. Obviously, I did it later because it looks better. And then, obviously, Alex W. 5/20/21. Then I drew a duck, a smiley face, and a giant smile. That's supposed to obviously be the little mushroom guy. And I remember I did do more of the mushrooms. They're my favorite plant from Plants vs. Zombies, if you really cared. In case you couldn't tell. I know I did the Puff Shroom, and I believe I did the big one, the Fume Shroom, and I actually found those in this drawer, which I'm not going to show you because that has all my passwords ever for any account, including the drawing guy. So showing that would be the worst decision I could possibly make. But I'm going to look real quick. I probably am not going to be able to find it if I'm honest. Because there's a lot of papers in here, I'm telling you. Yeah, there's no shot, is there? There's obviously a lot of cool stuff in here that I could show off. Like this, for example. These are horrifying. That is supposed to be cherubi. I'm going to put them in there. Why not? These can last their life in here. And this is, I think I did it with my friend, like, even longer ago. These are supposed to be, like, Pokemon from memory. I'm actually going to put this in the comic binder. Do I have a page? I do have a page. Ugh. Don't look at my information. The drawer's wide open. Please no. So obviously you kind of need it to be a full page. And hold on. Sit with Sunshine for a second. I'm going to put this in. And then pretty obvious that, like, the cherubi goes with this guy, too. I hope it's, like, really loud and ear-piercing for you guys while I'm putting this drawing in. But yeah, these are quite horrifying, to say the least. There's cherubi. There's cherubi. Get in there, my friend. Oh, it actually looks like it's a different size. Maybe I just cut a little at the top. Who knows? And then this, I kind of organized it in sections. It's a little annoying. But this, oh no, I took them all out. Everything's falling apart. This I'm going to put right before the parachuting Digletts. I hope it's, like, really in your ear, like I just said. So that way you, like, can't hear anything I'm saying. But this is going to go right here. Boom. So you just a piece of drawing guy history. Boom, shakalaka. But yeah, I couldn't find them, and it's very sad that I couldn't. Stupid lamp. Oh my god, I can't believe I've just done this today. No, not just this. I filmed like a 30-minute Animal Crossing video, like a 20-minute Peace video, and now like a 20-minute this. I've spent an hour just filming stupid videos for the drawing guy. I have, like, genuinely lost my mind. And it's Wednesday. It's not even like a weekend. It's Wednesday. What is wrong with me? And on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.